Over to you, Ralph. Thanks, Emily. UK manufacturing is our main story this evening as output fell at its fastest pace here in the UK since 1981 in November, a sign that our economy is heading for a sharp slowdown. However, the pound appeared to shrug off this gloomy news as it jumped to its highest level against the euro in nearly 4 weeks. Sterling staged an impressive recovery from the losses that took it close to parity at the end of the year. Against the euro, the pound was up 2 cents at €1.13. And it was also up 0.5% against the dollar at $1.53. Well, let's get more on this now. Speak to Nick Fullerton, who is the Managing Director of FCExchange, and he joins me now from the city. Nick, thank you for joining us. Tell me firstly, what's caused this big fluctuation for the pound from its pretty abysmal times a couple of weeks ago?
Well, I think the strength that sterling's seen over the course of this week, I mean, we opened the beginning of the week around the 104 mark. And as you've just said, ending around the 112 towards the 113 mark. And the strength's really come from the fact that a full 1% cut was priced into the market for the interest rate cut by the Bank of England. And in fact, we only had a half basis point cut. And that has caused the market to unwind somewhat. And that's why we've seen the selling strength that we have.
Let's concentrate on the euro, because they did have a better time than they're having at the moment. What's actually changed for them? Well,
I think that the fact that you have issues like Commerce Bank coming out yesterday in Germany. There's been some German figures out today. But the prospect on the euro side of a cut by the European Central Bank next week is obviously weakening the euro off, because you can see that it's euro weakness as well as sterling strength, because the euro is not performing fantastically against the dollar today. So it's probably going to be a half basis point cut by the ECB next week.
And Nick, that all-important question, do you think this is going to last?
Well, the predictions are for sterling to gain against the euro, perhaps to about the 117 mark, and then it may well buoy down towards parity. But again, they are predictions, and everything's uncertain all the time in the currency markets. But particularly in these volatile times, the market's trading a lot on sentiment. And I think that the government and the Bank of England fighting fires on a lot of fronts. And I think that you have to take into account not just the interest rates, but the other issues that they're trying to tackle at the moment.
OK, Nick Fullerton from FCExchange, thank you very much for that.
Thanks very much.